With the annual NATO summit set to start Tuesday in Vilnius, Lithuania, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky last week visited member states and signed bilateral agreements supporting Ukraine's bid to join the alliance, even though no vote on its candidacy is planned. At the stop in the Czech Republic, he addressed the membership issue.
Some are still looking at Moscow. Some are afraid of Russia. But I believe it is a moment to demonstrate bravery and unity of the alliance. We are talking about clear signals and concrete steps toward invitation.
Lithuania's former defense minister Rasa Juknevasin, a member of the European Parliament, says NATO's members in Eastern Europe are its biggest proponents.
Baltic states, Poland, Czech Republic, I would say the whole eastern part, those who joined NATO and understand and enjoy what they got from that membership and understand very well.
In contrast to many NATO member states, the US and Germany think Ukraine isn't ready yet politically or militarily and are worried that welcoming Ukraine could eventually drag the alliance into a direct conflict with Russia. Before departing Europe this week, U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan said Ukraine still needs to lay some groundwork before it can join NATO.
Vilnius will be an important moment on that pathway towards membership because the United States, our NATO allies, and Ukraine will have the opportunity to discuss the reforms that are still necessary for Ukraine to come up to NATO standards.
NATO has said it is ready to support Ukraine's reforms to its security and defense systems. Former Ukrainian Prime Minister Arseniy Yatsenyuk argues that Ukraine is ready for membership and that it will benefit NATO.
Ukraine practically demilitarized Russian military, conventional troops. So it's going to take another decade for Russia just to revamp, restore, and rebuild its conventional forces in Europe. The skills, the experience, and the combat experience that Ukrainian military has is just unbelievable. So that's definitely in the interest of the NATO member states to have Ukraine in.
Polls show that more than 80% of Ukrainians want their country to join NATO. Yatsenyuk says their expectations of the NATO Vilnius summit are clear.
The Ukrainian people expect that during the Vilnius summit, Ukraine at least is to get an invitation to join NATO. I am quite realistic, and I do believe that our NATO members and our NATO partners, they will find the political will, not just to issue another declaration with the vague and ambiguous definitions. That the door is open.
The two-day NATO summit could be either a historic moment for NATO or perhaps a missed opportunity. Some analysts say the alliance will find a middle ground solution. Miroslava Gongadze, VOA News, Poland, Warsaw.